We are back. Doing our minimum requirements. Holy Moonlight sword run. We have leveled up just enough to use the Holy Moonlight sword. And now we just gotta beat the game. We started off with the Cruel Fate origin. Because it starts with the necessary arcane. You can actually save 1 point by starting off deprived. There's a difference somewhere. I think the deprived starts off with more blood tinge, and Cruel Fate starts off with more endurance, I think. And then Cruel Fate also starts with a higher arcane stat, but a lower something else. Maybe like strength or skill or something. So if you wanted to do it like with the barest possible stats, you would do it deprived. But I went Cruel Fate because I just like the lore of the Cruel Fate origin. It's good for an arcane build. We got the Moonlight Greatsword last time, and we opened up some new places for us to go. We can finally finish the Forbidden Woods, or we can go to Hemwick Charnel Lane. We defeated Dark Beast Parl, so we can go talk to Jura, which is a thing we need to do. Look at that. We're actually doing pretty good on blood vials and bullets. We'll take the bullets, I suppose. Actually, let's do... Nice. Let's, we no longer need bloodstone shards, and we have 43 of them. So, let's upgrade some stuff. Hunter pistol. Blunderbuss. Ooh, we're out of blood echoes. That's all right. We got plenty. We got plenty. Flame sprayer. All right. Now all those are +3. Slap a blood gem in there. We'll take the blood attack up here, and the blunderbuss will give the regen. How's our weapons durability? Oh, it's fine. Just fine. So, I think what I would like to do is start off with Hemwick. Starting off with Hemwick will allow us to slap on some Carol runes, but it also opens up Canehurst so that we can get our fashion souls going. Also, Hemwick, I think, has a couple twin bloodstone shards, which will help us get our weapon up to +6. So I think that's the plan. Stink, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I like doing these types of playthroughs. Doing it with Sekiro was a blast. And, like, in my opinion, like, the story of the games is like... I don't like to rank them. I don't like to, like, I like this game the best. But Sekiro was, like, the best game since Bloodborne. And Bloodborne was the best game since Dark Souls 1. Those 3 stories right there are, like playing through the game. And I never get tired of it with any of those games. Dark Souls 1, Bloodborne, or Sekiro. Like, it's always good. I always enjoy it. So yeah, let's do Hemwick Charnel Lane. That was the fastest Ludwig kill we've ever gotten. +6 Saw Cleaver versus Ludwig. 16 attempts. Not bad. That's not bad. Alright. So the Hemwick Charnel Lane. We've already seen some witches out and about in Yarhargul in the Unseen Village. Now these ladies here, not exactly witches. But they're absolutely like blood drunk, out of their minds, digging around in graveyards, just having a good time, you know. Just girls being chicks, gals rock, you know, having a good time. There's some twin bloodstone shards. I love the stovepipes, chimneys and stuff. It's so cool. A little wheelbarrow over here, probably to deliver the bodies. They've got the guillotine set up. A bloodshot eyeball. Now, a charnel lane. I've mentioned this. I've mentioned Sky Burial once before already in this playthrough. A charnel lane is a place where sky burial takes place, and corpses are chopped up and left out, so that basically, like, nature takes it back. Usually, birds eat the corpses, and we find a lot of bone marrow ash on our way here, and the bone marrow ash is an additional medium that strengthens quicksilver bullets. According to the workshop, this is a special bone marrow ash collected from Hemwick Charnel Lane. Invaluable to hunters with weak blood tinge who require the use of stronger firearms. I think it's too late, but this lady at the window is like my favorite lady to talk to. Yeah, it's too late. If you come talk to her before you do Amelia, she's very creepy. She asks you if you can hear the graveyard murmurs, and then she says, "I can't wait. I just can't wait." And I love it. It's just easily like my favorite. It's so foreboding. Geralt! Oh my goodness. Alright. Geralt, don't. Alright. For those of you who don't know. Oh, god dang it. Alright, so we're seeing the madmen spawn in here, and that's because our insight is high. Now, what I was gonna say, Geralt just showed up in chat, and Geralt is the fella what draws all my beautiful Twitch emotes. And his Twitch sub had run out. And I was going to say, don't sub. I intend, as a Twitch partner, I can just give people like a tier 3 sub forever that they don't have to pay for. And since Geralt made all of my emotes, I was going to gift him a lifetime sub, but everybody keeps giving him subs. Geralt, welcome back. And Epi, thank you for that gift sub. Geralt, enjoy your own emotes that you made. Give me credit for buying 3 years worth of subs plus. Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. I would. I would like for you. You know what I mean? Like, if anybody does, like, I've gifted a lifetime sub to my robot, Smug Slugbot. You know what I mean? Smug Slugbot and Geralt are like. Those are like I'm not allowed to you know, obviously I have like a limit of how many people I can give it to, but Geralt absolutely deserves it. Look at all these triangle gems I'm picking up. So, this place, I mean, you can get triangle blood gems here. They're never very good, but you can get them. Triangle gems are typically associated with the Hintertombs and Ease. What the? Oh, right. You picked that one up. Rapid Poison is really good if you're doing these types of runs against the living failures. But on this run, I don't think we're going to be able to do that. I don't know if it'll work or not. So I just haven't planned on it. This is actually not bad. Somehow we got a cursed Tempering Blood Gem. 6.6 and increases stamina. Like, I mean, that's obviously, like, you wouldn't go PvP with that. But it's not a bad gem to grab. So, man, what a cool area. What a cool zone. Just such a decrepit, ruinous place. Look at that tree just hanging out at the side of a mountain. My challenge run is minimal stat burial blade run. I just use the saw spear until I get the burial blade. Well, Geralt, you joke, but I'm fairly certain you could actually do that run by you could do that run by starting the game, killing Gascoigne, killing Bloodstarved Beast, opening a false depth chalice that had the burial blade in it, and then off you go. Huh? 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 Epi, thank you for the gift to Sporkwad. And Jiggle Juice Reborn, welcome back. Thanks for 3 months. I'm not sure what the deal is with the madmen. Like, obviously the Witch of Hemwick is the one summoning them. But, like, why? Also, they don't have any blood. Lanky. Look at that dude. Oh, that's terrifying. What a weirdo. Where are they summoning them from, though, you know? I saw that, Geralt. I actually saw that. Alright, so one of these birds is like super chill. It's just a matter of finding him. And I showed this off a little bit. I showed this off a little bit with another enemy. One of the beasts in Old Yarnum is actually like a chill enemy. It might come up in other places as well. These like groups of enemy where one enemy is chill and like not aggroed. It's at least in 2 areas. You know what I mean? It's possible it's just like, you know, an error in the way the game's coded or something, but I like to think they did it on purpose. They are cuties, the little birds. Sweet babies. Oh, it occurred to me yesterday. I was kind of showing off the moveset of the Holy Moonlight Sword and how it does different stuff, and it's super cool. There's one attack I forgot to show off. So we can use the L1 transformation attack to get some hyper armor so that we're not interrupted. And then the L2 is, if you've ever played Dark Souls 3, it's that Moonlight Vortex. It's like a thrust attack. And it's very similar to the Dark Souls 3 version, where it has like that insane hyper armor modifier. But in Bloodborne, if you hit enemies with it, like it sends them flying. It's awesome. So, we've seen that the witches are, like, obsessed with eyes. Now, eyes are typically, like, the first thing to go on a corpse. So you can't really surmise anything from it, but the fact that the horses are also missing their eyes, I feel like it's you know, maybe coincidence, but, like, definitely worth pointing out. But, like, what the hell has gone on that these people let all their animals die? And like, you know, like they have become absolutely consumed by the blood, which brings us back to something that Patches said to us before he gave us the tonsil stone. He was like, the night looms large, and the blood imbibes you. And so, like, for, you know, the whole point of the game is like you're imbibing this. Well, you're not imbibing it because that's like drinking it, but you're taking this special blood. But you know, in this one instance, the blood is taking you. Oh! Oh, come on! Oh, that was entirely... Damn it. Well, we unlocked the shortcut, so we'll get back there quick. But, I don't know if that thing just... That's how much damage it does, and I don't have any hit points. Or if it caught me in, like, the tail end of some counter frames. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it was. But man, he got me. That is exactly what we're doing, Lord Drago. We're giving Bloodborne the Sekiro treatment. It'll be a while before this goes up on YouTube. Oh no! It's already uploaded on YouTube. But we've got like a Dark Souls 3 series going on, and that Dark Souls 3 series that's going on, that was recorded between like April 2nd and April 5th. I think. And then after that, it'll be the Bloodborne run. But it'll be a minute before that goes. You know what I mean? Like it'll be. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about this. This is another thing I wanted to talk about. So the fella who did Bloodborne with Miyazaki, and he did Sekiro with Miyazaki. His name's Hamatane, and one of the things that those two do in their game, and I absolutely love it, is they let the enemies talk to us. And you know, they're just muttering and saying crazy stuff, but like it really does add to the character of the world. You know, I love it so much. It's a cool way to get lore. All right, there we go. There's my twin bloodstone shards. Another bloodshot eyeball. Oh, I'm gonna mess you up. I'm gonna mess you up so bad. You hear me? I can't lock onto him. Ah, there. It's what you get. Experience absolute etherealness. It didn't kill him, which is actually kind of terrifying because, like, where did he go? He's still in the map somewhere. Why do madmen sometimes turn into mist when you kill them, and sometimes their corpse remain? I think their corpse remaining is a like a glitch. The way I was able to get that one's corpse to remain was to hit him with 2 backstabs. He was already dead, and then I did the visceral. And then his corpse stuck around. I don't, you know, I could be wrong, but I think that's why it worked. Now these corpses have been, you know, like we talked about how the corpses in Bloodborne wear clothes, and it gives us an idea of, you know, instead of just being like a dead body, like we see in Dark Souls, we pick up items in Dark Souls off of just like random naked corpses. In Bloodborne, the corpses are actually like, you know, decorated, I guess. And a lot of times they're wearing hunter clothes, but in this case, it's somebody who's been like bound and tied up, and yeah, probably not a real great way to go. And this is our first opportunity, I think, to get a look at just the absolute vastness of this body of water. I guess it's a lake. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. And then off in the distance, we can see this castle. Definitely Canehurst. But we'll get there. So this here, more in line with like a charnel lane and sky burial, but even still here, we see the corpses in the hunter pose. Do I find oceans creepy? Yes, absolutely. You guys know that game Subnautica? Like, I watch people play that, and I'm just like, no, nope, nope. There's no way. There's something that's just troubling in the most visceral, primitive way. There's something intimidating about a body of water and not being able to see, like, you know, what's under there, what lives in that. And it's, I mean, you know, like, you know immediately that it's like, this is not where you belong, you know? Like, you are no longer, like, top of the food chain when you get in there. And that's terrifying for, like, and I mean that, like, on, like, a subconscious level, but, like, for, like, an apex predator to just suddenly be, like, you know, maybe only the third or fourth most dangerous thing in that water. That's wild. It's a wild feeling, you know? I've watched people play Subnautica, and it is a really cool game. I've watched people play it, like, almost from start to finish, and yeah, like, you can tell it's like it was a game that was, like, crafted really well. I just couldn't play it. Simultaneously enchanted and noped out by the sea. Yes. And yeah, like, it really is like that's the abyss, you know, like, the sea. So we've seen these dudes a few places, and I mentioned this, how I think that this is where they're bringing those bodies. They're bringing the bodies here. But they're bringing bodies from everywhere, and they're, you know what I mean? Oh, shoot! Dang it. Oh my god. I thought I I thought I would get the dash transform attack, but I didn't. I just dashed and then transformed. Oh, man. Look at my glowing sword. It's glowing. Look at it. All right, I'll try and speed through a little bit so we don't have to replay this same area 3 times in a row. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that, Postmodern. That part of the allure of like deep sea diving and that stuff is like part of the allure of that is because, you know, it sort of represents like this deep abyss full of God knows what, you know? Absolutely. It's absolutely like a frontier. Oh my lord. She just dumped on me with a bomb. Look at all these gems we're getting. I don't know that I've ever had this run of luck with blood gems. Like, not that these are good, but just the fact that we're getting them. Pretty wild. Hey, what's up, Big Twangy? Alright, let's see if I can get that cool kill again. Whoa. I heard something. Oh, it's a dog, but it's beneath me. Alright, so what I did was I parried this dude. I took the visceral. And then I did like a ravioli step as he was getting up. And I did the transformed attack to like finish him off. And now, I know that was all very quick, but if you happen to watch that, the amount of HP that I regained from rallying off of that attack was huge. It was huge. The Moonlight Greatsword. The Moonlight Greatsword's rally is just bonkers. But the way rally works is if you hit 2 enemies, you rally off both of them. And as we talked about, transformation attacks have like a huge rally modifier. You get a lot of health back on a transformed attack. Yeah, you see me. Dang. I told you you'd look at my sword. Alright, so if we head over here, we have to fight some dogs, but it'll give us access to a rune, a Carol rune, and if I'm not mistaken, I think there's like some explodey pots. Are there not? No explodey pots? Uh-oh. How did he get behind me? The dogs are wild too, by the way. I guess we should... Like, what on earth did they do to those dogs? They're like covered in like sharp, protruding... It's like they taped... Or it's like they wrapped armor around the dog. And then the armor has like spikes all over it. And also, they... Oh, good God. They, like, nailed claws onto the dog. Or maybe that's... I can't tell if it's nails or if it's... I mean, it looks like it's nails, right? You guys see what I'm saying? They're both, like, nailed... Or no, I guess those are just different... No, that's clearly, like... That one is, like, clearly protruding through the skin. Good Lord. What a nightmare. Damn it. So there's an interesting sort of mechanic with that. They wanted the dogs... You know how, like, in Sekiro, like, you can just throw a shuriken, and like, one-shot a dog? In Bloodborne, if you shoot them, they fall over. But the way they coded that was, instead of coding it as dogs fall over when shot, they coded it as dogs fall over when blood tinge damage. So if you're using the Chikage, or the Bloodletter, in its transformed mode, and you hit a dog with that weapon, the dog also falls over as if you had shot it. So we get this big look at, you know, the great big sea. And we pick up the lake rune, and this is where we get our first look at water in Bloodborne and how important a role it plays. This is one of the lake runes. It increases defense. The transcription of the Great One's inhuman voices ripples like a watery reflection. This rune means lake, and those who memorize it enjoy reduced physical damage. Great volumes of water serve as a bulwark guarding sleep, and an augur of the eldritch truth. Overcome this hindrance and seek what is yours. So we learn that great bodies of water serve as defense for, like, eldritch entities. And I definitely think that that is sort of a reference to Rom, and how Rom is protected by the lake. And in order to make any progress, we're going to have to face the sea. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ran straight into a headstone. This is typically where you get, like, a triangle gem. You know, if you're doing a playthrough and you need a triangle gem, you know, like an early triangle gem, something that's not great, but, you know, one that's at least there. You know, that's where one's at. We've just got really lucky and had some triangle gems dropping for us. Now, if we wanted to, we could... We've opened a pretty big shortcut, you know, to get here pretty quickly. If we wanted to, we could use a Bold Hunter's Mark, go back to the dream, level up our weapon one more time, get it to +6, slap another blood gem in it, spend all of our insight, come back here, and fight the witches without their homies. Now, in order to do that, you need to actually walk in to the boss fight, and then mark out. Because if you do it before, when you walk into the boss fight, you gain insight, and so they can still summon their homies. But that only works the first time you walk in. We're not going to do that. But this boss is not great, so... you're not missing out on anything if you ever choose to do that, because this boss sucks. it's literally the Fool's Idol, but worse. It's Pinwheel. I hate this boss. Now, we're just going to backstab the absolute hell out of this lady, but not to death. The music for this boss fight, by the way, so good. Oh, shit. Alright, I did a little more damage than I was expecting there. Uh-oh. I might be dead. Yeah, she's gonna rip my eyeballs out. She's gonna rip my eyeballs out! Let me out! Let me go! Oh, she ripped my eyeballs out. We don't want to kill her. We don't want to kill the first one. I just did way more damage than I thought I was going to do. We want to leave her alive and then go find the second one. You can find the second one early in the fight. And if you find her early, you can bring her health down and keep their health at about even. That way they can't resurrect each other, which is a huge pain in the butt. they stand around and resurrect each other, and then they go invisible, and so you're just constantly like hunting them down as more and more mad ones begin to spawn in the arena. It's just super annoying. So, you know, rather than kill one and then kill the other, like, try and kill them at the same time. Also, these ladies are, like, undead settlement villagers. You can, like, roll and break their hyper armor. Well, it's not even hyper armor, but you know what I mean. You can stagger them, I guess is how I should have worded that. The Moonlight Greatsword's charged R2 is pretty slow, but man, it does a lot of damage. Alright, she should survive if we do that again. Alright, so we're going to leave her health right there. She's one backstab away from being killed. We just need to make sure that we find the right one. Alright, this one looks like she's already... No, that's the right one. I'm sure there's an easier way to, like, track down which one's which. But I don't know it. That was weird. Now, at this point, they both should have about the same health, so it doesn't matter which one we hit. And we're not having to deal with that stupid explodey attack or that stupid paralyze attack, which is great. They have a sort of like Wrath of Kos spell they can cast. And at this level, with this HP, it's probable or likely that it would one-shot us or come close enough that we don't want to, you know, we don't want to get hit by that. So I'm guessing they're both like in the middle here then? Yep. And we get 4 bloodshot eyeballs for that. A material used in a holy chalice ritual. An exquisite eyeball removed quickly after death, or perhaps even before. Used to unlock the seal of the old labyrinth hintertombs. Which explains the connection with the triangle gems, I guess. more... I don't know what the hell this building is. Like, what is this? Like, the lantern itself is just called the Witch's Abode. So obviously this is where the witches live. But what is this? What is it? What do they do? Like, you know, is this their house? Who lives like this? It's... Why 95% of your characters are old men? Because From Software games are games about killing old people to sad music. So I like to make most of my characters old people. Just, you know, thematically accurate. Amelia was originally here, right? I don't know. See, here's the problem with like, if you have an alpha version of the game, or if you watch a trailer and you see an enemy in a place that it's not supposed to be. Like, if you watch that original Bloodborne trailer, like, Amelia is where she's supposed to be, in the Grand Cathedral. But there's also a Cleric Beast in the Grand Cathedral. There's also a Britus in the Grand Cathedral. Like, the trailer showing an enemy someplace it's not supposed to be doesn't mean that the enemy was ever supposed to be there. It just means they put it there because that was a level that was finished, and they were happy with how it looked, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's probable that that's just like promotional, you know, footage, purposefully for, you know, promotional stuff. Now, also, Hemwick is our connection to Canehurst. So the idea of, like, these powerful female figures, with these, like this is definitely like that. There's a statue of Christ and Mary, and this definitely gives me, like, those kind of vibes. But yeah, like, the idea of these, like, powerful female figures overseeing or whatever the hell is happening here definitely kind of gives me some Canehurst vibes. Also, there's some praying figures inlaid here as well. %, sure the statue above Lantern is Lawrence. You think so? I mean, he's definitely in that Lawrence position. Yeah, definitely Shvu. And when we come here, we discover a hunter who has a Carol Rune workshop tool. And it seems likely that this hunter here was probably captured and tortured because they had that tool. The Carol Rune workshop tool allows us to imprint the words of the old ones on our mind, into our consciousness. Runesmith Carol, a student of Bergenworth, transcribed the inhuman utterings of the Great Ones into what are now called Carol runes. The hunter who retrieves this workshop tool can etch Carol runes into the mind to attain their wondrous strength. Provost Willem would have been proud of Carol's runes, as they do not rely upon blood in any measure. Typically, if you use your monocular and you sit down, you can get like a different vantage point of things. But we're not getting it here. He's definitely wearing the Yharnam Hunter clothes, which is like the Yharnam Hunter clothes are like, this armor sucks. You shouldn't wear this armor if you're going out and fighting like real beasts. I saw a recent BBC World clip of a hamster eating a grave candle. Can you ask the possum necromancer if that hamster's soul would be worth it? That's a deep cut. Provost just means like a teacher. I'm like 99% sure, but I'll Google it just to be sure. A senior administrative officer in certain colleges and universities. The head of a chapter in a cathedral. Yeah. There are other definitions, but they are like region locked. Scotland and French. All right, let's take what we've earned here, and we get to make quite a few improvements. Holy Moonlight Sword goes to +6. As a result, it unlocks a new blood gem. We got that 10.5 from the Watchers. Very nice. And I guess I'll go ahead and repair. Oh no, I don't have to. If you upgrade your weapon, you don't have to repair it. Now we can get some Carol runes. So we'll take guidance for sure, because it's fine, but also like it increases like our rally by 20%, which is great, you know, gaining more health for hitting enemies. Allows us to make trades that are more beneficial with hyper armor. Also, it's just lore appropriate. Then we'll take Lake for the defense. And I suppose we'll take either Moon or Air. I guess we'll take Moon. And this is our Covenant slot. We don't have a Covenant unlocked yet, but we will. We will. Oh, that was the other thing. Yeah, I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me, Shfu. We didn't kill the Cleric Beast. We need to do that. That's going to be a blast. That's going to be a blast. Hollow Swordsman, welcome back. Thank you very much for 13 months. Yeah, runes are basically like just the rings of Bloodborne. Gilbert, are you okay?
Have I heard of Bergenworth?
Have you heard of Bergenworth?
Afraid I can't say that I have. The locals aren't apt to share any local history. I'm afraid I may not be of help for much longer.
Poor Gilbert.
I know nothing of a Bergenworth. And I'm afraid I may not be of help for much longer.
Put deck. Welcome back. Thanks for 9 months. Been watching the Faith run on YouTube. I gather that's already finished. It is finished, and it's all uploaded on YouTube, and a new episode comes out every other day. Foul beast. The moon looms large, chat. Now, this is probably not the smartest thing in the world for us to do. But we are gonna, like, really get in there and just hyper armor it up versus the Cleric Beast. There's a chance we can survive with the defense rune and our damage and our rally. We'll see. Oh, shoot. Dang it. I missed like 3 attacks. Also, our hyper armor didn't help us there on a couple of occasions. I was hoping we'd be able to get in there and just like mix it up with the Cleric Beast, but he was still interrupting us. Even on those transformed attacks, which typically have like a huge hyper armor modifier. Yeah, I guess I die. Hey, what's up, Shane the Barbarian? I'm sorry, what? It's always fun. It's always fun to come back, like, late in the evening and then just, like, melt that dude. We got a sword hunter badge, chat. The silver sword is a symbol of a church hunter. Ludwig was the first of many healing church hunters to come, many of whom were clerics. As it was, clerics transformed into the most hideous beasts. And that'll give us access to the Kirkhammer. And if I'm not mistaken, also fire paper. Oh no, not fire paper. Also the Hunter Chief Emblem. Key to the gate to the Grand Cathedral's round plaza. A cloth emblem that belonged to the captain of the church hunters long ago. Opens the main gate that leads to the round plaza of the Great Cathedral. The main gate is shut tight on nights of the hunt, and could only be opened from the other side with this emblem. In other words, the captain's return, and this emblem, determined the end of the hunt. So, this was sort of like a ceremonial thing. On a night of the hunt, the hunter chief would, like, take the hunters out, and they would close up the Grand Cathedral, as we've seen. And then, at the end of the hunt, the hunter chief would come back bearing the emblem, and when he would, like, show the emblem to, the people on the other side of the gate, they knew that the hunt was finished and that it was over for the night. And then they could open the gates back up. A trick weapon typically used by healing church hunters. On the one side, an easily handled silver sword. On the other, a giant, obtuse stone weapon characterized by a blunt strike and extreme force of impact. The church takes a heavy-handed, merciless stance toward the plague of beasts, an irony not lost upon the wielders of this most symbolic weapon. Yeah, this is that armor I was talking about. This hunter attire was made for new recruits and has excellent straightforward defense, but not nearly enough to allow an ordinary man to stand any real chance against the beasts. Alright, so we'll put a little split right here in the VOD. This will be a good place to put a little split. And when we come back, I think it's time for Canehurst.